Welcome to West Virginia, Episode 10, Cliffs of the Neuse State Park in Seven Springs, North Carolina. Another out-of-state adventure this week led us to Cliffs of the Neuse State Park in Seven Springs, North Carolina. Cliffs of the Neuse is a North Carolina state park located in Wayne County and covers 1,097 acres along the southern banks of the Neuse River. It has an 11-acre swimming area, campsites, hiking trails, fishing areas, and picnic areas. The park's museum features exhibits about the geology and natural history of the cliffs and the park. Extending for 600 yards, the series of cliffs rise 90 feet above the water. Layers of sand, clay, seashells, shale, and gravel form the multicolored cliff face, a rainbow of white, tan, yellow, and brown. The cliffs were formed when a fault in the Earth's crust shifted millions of years ago. The Neuse River followed this fault line and over time cut its course through layers of sediment deposited by shallow seas that had earlier covered the coastal plain. A portion of the river took a bend against its bank, and the water's erosive action slowly carved Cliffs of the Neuse. Much of the human history of the area centers around the river. The Tuscarora and Saponi Indian tribes once occupied much of the land between the Neuse and Pamlico rivers. What is now the park used to be a ceremonial ground and a gathering place for hunting expeditions. The river was also used for travel into the surrounding wilderness. In 1944, a local landowner proposed that the cliffs area along the Neuse River be preserved as a state park. The park was established in 1945 when land on the south side of the river was donated by Lionel Weil and other individuals through the Wayne Foundation. A range of habitants contributes to the variety of plants in the park. River margins, floodplains, rolling uplands, and ravines are home to a large mixture of trees, shrubs, and herbaceous plants. More than 420 species of plants have been recorded in the park. Possums, raccoons, foxes, and squirrels are common in the campground and along the hiking trails, while river otter and muskrat can be seen swimming along the waterways. Reptiles and amphibians are equally at home in the wetland and aquatic habitats. Most of the snakes are non-venomous, although copperheads are present. Small nocturnal rodents and white-tailed deer live in the area but are discreet and are seldom seen. Sightings of black bear and coyote have taken place at the park as well. Birds are abundant in the park during any season. The northern parula nests in clumps of Spanish moss, while the warbler lives along the river. Fall and winter bring a host of migratory waterfowl to the area to join the native wood duck. During your visits here, it's not unusual to get buzzed by an F-15 Falcon or two from the nearby Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. But remember, if you hear jet engines roar, that's the sound of freedom. If your journeys take you anywhere near Wayne County, North Carolina, stop by Cliffs of the Neuse State Park. You'll be glad you did.